Alright guys, I'm going to try and get you guys set up on the Trig Mini project if you're having trouble getting started. Okay, so first thing you need to do is get your location. So we're going to use Google Earth to do that. And the way we're going to get there, you don't have to have it installed. The way we're going to get there is go to maps.google.com, click on these three lines, and you should be able to see Google Earth right there. Okay. Now we need to figure out the longitude and latitude. So if you just, like I clicked on Leesburg right there, if you right click on somewhere, you're going to get a longitude and latitude. If you right click and do what's here, okay, you'll get a longitude and latitude. Okay, and then once you get the longitude and latitude, you can just input it in here in Google Earth. All right, and this is, since I'm A to C, so I have to pick a location in the northern hemisphere between latitude 60 and 90. So I'm going to do, let's just do 60. All right, and then let's do, I don't know, 22. Let's see where that gets me. Hey, it's not in the middle of the ocean. That's good. All right. Where in the heck is it? I am in Finland. Woohoo! All right, and specifically, the Finland I'm in is Gebarkskischen Fjärden. There you have it. All right, so I'm going to take this name, put it in my sheet. All right, take my longitude, and longitude is 22. Latitude is 60. All right, and then I'm going to scroll out so we can get a picture of it. So I'm way up north, so I'm expecting very little sunlight in the winter. All right, so I'll do a screenshot just to kind of show where it is. Bammo. And I'll put my screenshot. The screenshot is Command-Shift-4 for for the Mac, and I think you can use the snippet tool in Microsoft. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert an image, and I know where my screenshots go. They go here. There we go. It's this last one. Awesome. Okay, so now I not only have a look, I have the name of the place, right? I have the longitude and latitude. I have a picture of it. Okay. Now I need to go get the data. The data is a little bit of a pain to get. It's probably going to take us 5 or 6 minutes to do the conversion and everything. But let's go in to here, and we'll go to the U.S. Navy website. And we said, what did we say we were? We said we were, oh shoot. We said we were, let's click on that. Come on. We said we were, here we go. 60 north and 22 east. So 60 north, 22 east. And we'll go back to our daylight. So we said we were east 22, north 60. Okay, compute the table. All right, so all we want is this data. And I'm going to leave off days 30 and 31 because they're not full. Each column doesn't have the right number, so we'll just leave that off. So I'm going to copy, come over here, and I'm going to use Google Docs to put it in the right format so I can import it into, because eventually what our whole goal is to import it into Desmos, but I want to get it into the spreadsheet first. But before I do that, I got to make a couple of changes. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the data in here. And we need to put, instead of 3 spaces, actually let's just do this. instead of 3 spaces, we need 1 space in between. So I'm going to find and replace. I'm going to find 1, 2, 3 spaces. I'm going to replace with 1 and replace all. Okay, and then I'm going to save it as a text file. Oops. Yep. All right, so now that it's a text file, I can go ahead and import it into my sheets. All right, so this will put it this way. We'll be able to put it in our columns. So import it into our sheets, and we want to upload from I downloaded it. Okay, so and we want our separator character to be just 1 space. Okay, so we import it. Now you could have just manually put in all the data yourself if you wanted to, but that's 350 entries, which is kind of a pain. Actually, it's a big pain. So what I want to do is I have to put this in 2 columns. So I'm going to delete column B for sure. So that's January, this is February, March, April, May. But I need to put it in just 2 columns instead of 12. So I'm going to make this a little smaller. Make it easier to cut and paste. Unfortunately, you can only paste 50 items in at a time into Desmos, but it'll still be all right. All right. Whoops, probably want to cut and paste. So I'm going to cut and paste. And cut and cut and paste and cut and paste. Okay. Go ahead and delete this column. The other thing we're going to have to change is this column right here, B, is all in hours and minutes, and what we want it is percentage of the day. So we'll just change our format. We'll go up to number, and we'll just say number instead of time. And it changes it to the percentage of the day. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is have the number of the day for each thing, which we don't have. Now we don't have to manually put that in. If you just choose, a little trick is if you just choose 3 cells, it'll copy the distance between each cell. So when it says 74, 75, 76, then it'll do 77, 78, 79. And all we have to do is select 3 cells like this, and this little box shows up in the lower right hand corner. If you drag that box down, whoops, if you drag the box down, it'll fill everything in. You don't have to manually type it in. Okay, bammo, 348. Okay, so now what's going to happen is we need to cut and paste into Desmos, but we got to do it 50 at a time. So this is the last step. So we're going to go to desmos.com, start graphing. Okay, and then we're going to take 1 through 50, copy, paste. Okay. Go to the next cell down here, and we'll do 51 to 100. We'll copy and we'll paste. Okay, we'll do 101 to 150. We'll copy and we'll paste. All right. I'm going to do 151 to 200. And we'll copy and we'll paste. And then we'll do 201 to 250. And we'll copy. Unfortunately, I did double check and you can only paste in 50 rows at a time. So and then we'll go 251. Whoops. I don't know why I just, come on. 251. I don't know how I just did that. All right, so we'll go to 251, two more to 300. And we're going to copy and we'll, ooh, it's starting to look like a sine curve already. We'll copy and we'll paste. And then finally, we go from 300 to 348. And we're going to copy and paste. Okay. Now, we want to do, all right, so now what you can do, the last step is go up here and let's just hit enter. And you can start typing in your sine or cosine curve. If you want to use sliders, you can do that. This looks like reverse. This looks like an upside down cosine curve. Obviously our period's off, so I don't know. Ooh, that's close. That's not right. What you can do is you can actually do this and add a slider, and you can slide it. Right, and then if you want, you can always change how big your slider is. So you can do, I don't know, negative 100, negative 30. I don't know, so step 1. And then we can just, ooh, getting really close there. So probably need to make it, and obviously my phase shift is not right either. You can add a slider for that, and you can move it over. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. So you can get really close if you want. Okay, so that's the thing you guys are going to have to play with. You can play with the period, you can play with the phase shift, you can play with, probably we don't need a vertical shift at all. And you can play with whether it's negative or positive in front, depending on whether you want it upside, I don't want to say upside down, but flipped, reflected over the x-axis or not. Okay, so that's it. If you guys have any questions, let me know, but hopefully this was helpful. Okay, thanks.